know if it would or not. Let's see. And then the next thing I need to do, oh, I've lost you now. There you all are. Hey, everyone, say hi in the chat while I just live stream things. And then I'll talk to you, I promise. I just got to do my admin. Okay, so I'm also going to live stream. Oh, it is only letting me live stream to one thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go with that and hope that that's worked okay. It's now not giving me the choice to live stream to Facebook. It only let me live stream to YouTube. But hopefully that's worked. We'll see. We'll see if that's worked. There was something else I had to do. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure I've done that right, because I was supposed to give something a title and it just hasn't asked me to. Hold on one second. I'm going to try and work that out. There we go. I think it's live streaming it, but I'm not sure. Do you know what? I'm not bothered. I would rather be here with you guys and teach you, and then we can always put it into somewhere afterwards. How are you all doing? What I want to know, first of all, is where are you coming in from? You know that's the most important question. I want to know where you are coming from to see who's the furthest away. We've got US, Somerset, Birmingham, Cambridge, Scotland. Oh, it's going very fast now. It's going very fast and I can't see where you're all from. Oh, Michigan, that seemed far. Nottingham, London, Malaga, far-ish. Have we got Australia? I feel like that might be the furthest away. Colorado, lovely. Love that we're all global. Welcome, welcome. We're going to have a really fun masterclass today. I'm going to be giving out some little prizes because I did promise you guys that if you're on live. What I now want to know while we're waiting for everyone to come on, because there's lots of people having to use Zoom who haven't used Zoom before. And so I want to make sure they know what they're doing and they know that they can get on. Let me just ask you this question. Who did the challenge this week and who hasn't done the challenge and is in here just for the masterclass? You haven't done the challenge. Lots of you have done the challenge. See, did you love the challenge? I love doing the challenge every year. It's my favorite thing to do. You did all 4. Some people have done like a couple of days. Some people have done all 4. Well, that's good. It's good that you've done. What challenge? Do not worry if you have not done the challenge, because I'm going to go over some of it today. And I'm going to tell you how to make money online in 2025, simply from the knowledge in your head, because that's the most important thing. When I'm looking down here, by the way, I'm just looking at your lovely comments. Okay, who wants to get going? Because I don't like being on these things for like 90 minutes. This is not going to be as long as some people's. Let's get going. We have nearly 2,000 people in and people are still coming in, but hopefully they can just catch up. They can just catch up when they're ready. It's 5 past. They've had time to get in. Right, what I'm going to do, I can see a load of raised hands. Hello. Thanks for raising your hand. I think that's you saying me. But that's all good. I will be doing a Q&A at the end. You like my sign being the right way around. People were getting so mad because when I do my lives into the Facebook group, it's the wrong way round because I don't have mirror. I haven't mirrored it on my phone. And everyone was like, it's really distracting. It's really annoying me. And now it's there. And if you ever wonder where that came from, my clients got me it because they said that they always ask themselves, what would Lisa do? And so they got me that, which is so nice. Okay, I'm going to get going. I'm going to share my screen with you. And so, yeah, I will do a Q&A afterwards. Should we just give a prize? Should we just give a prize now for fun? Who wants a £25 Amazon voucher to buy some nice business books? You can buy what you want. I don't care. You can buy like makeup. I'm not telling you what to buy. Okay, I'm going to choose at random. Oh, it's going too fast for me to choose. I'm going to do it instead by looking at the top. Okay, Suzanne Wells, you've just won £25 Amazon voucher. Suzanne Wells. All you need to do is email support@lisajohnson.com and say, I am Suzanne Wells and I've won £25 Amazon voucher, and we'll just send that to you. We're going to do some more of those as we go along. But first, I want to get started. So there's over 2,000 on. We can do this now. Let me just share my screen with you. There we go. There we go. It's all nice and bright. Okay. so many things. The computer's telling me so many things. This is being recorded. This is happening. This is happening. All right. Okay. All right, then. I will not be able to see the chat for a while from now. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to answer some of your questions at the end. So what I would like you to do is just get a pen and paper and write down your questions so that you can put them in the chat at the end, because I won't be able to see them as I go along. Can everyone see my PowerPoint presentation? I have a blank screen. Oh no, some people are saying yes, so it is there. So if you're on a blank screen, it's your screen. Soz, it's not mine. Okay, you can. Good. All right, let's go. Oh, it's tiny. Are you on your mobile by any chance? It will be. But it's okay, because you can just listen. It's all right if you can't see it. Don't worry. Okay. Right. I'm going to go. I'm going to start. Okay, so let's start with this phrase that if you've been in the challenge this week, you will have heard me say over and over again. An expert is the person that knows the most about a particular subject in an average room, not the world, not the internet, not your town, an average room, which makes every single one of you on here an expert in something. So I've helped thousands of people to make money just with the knowledge they already have. And in the next hour, I'm going to show you how you can too. When I say thousands, I honestly mean thousands. Like, we help around 6,000 people a year. So it really has been thousands. The slide isn't changing. Someone is saying the screen isn't moving. Are the slides changing for anyone else? No. Why not? That's never happened before, ever. Okay, let me sort that out first. I'm not in presenter mode. I think I am. Go on to presenter mode. Sharing wrong screen. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. And then it's not on slideshow. It was on slideshow, I promise. You are not in presenter mode. I was. Right, look, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you that I share. I go in. Then on my PowerPoint slide, it's not letting me see anything now. Hold on. Hold on. Let's sort this out. No. Is it moving now? When I move, is it moving? Still not. Why is this happening? Claire, unmute yourself. Tell me what to do, or just do it.
Can you click in the top? Click slideshow and then start show. Does that?
It's not showing me anything apart from the main screen. Let me try and escape it.
Because we can see.
Oh, there we go. I've escaped it. So no, it's still not showing me. When I share, all it's showing me is the main screen. Let me go off onto my presentation first and escape that. Okay, so I'm on the presentation. So now I'm going to go on to I'm going to go back onto Zoom. I'm going to share. So now you can see it with the whole page, yeah?
Yeah.
Down the bottom here, I was going to go to this button here, slideshow. But that's what I was on before. Is that what I should be doing?
Yeah, it's not showing it.
So now I'm on slideshow. And when I click, does it go to the next page?
No. Just do it on, are you back in the original?
Yeah, back in the original.
Yes, it's changing now. It's
Is
just
it? So if I do it like this.
Just do it like that, yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, we're going to do it like this. Things go wrong with our tech all the blooming time. I tried slideshow, as you saw, and it's not having it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it like this. Okay, so where were we? We're here. We've helped thousands of people to make money with the knowledge they already have. And in the next hour, I'm going to show you how you can too. But first, I'm going to tell you 5 facts about me. Who didn't know me before this week? Put in the chat. Great. So I can tell you some stuff about me then, and you're not going to be like, oh, I've heard all this stuff before. So this is me and my twins. And what I want to tell you is that I'm not special. I honestly believe that anyone can do what I have done, no matter where you started. I tell you this because so many people think that they have to be a certain thing. And I grew up in a council house in Lincolnshire in poverty and clawed my way into a job. I left school when I was 16 because I was bullied really badly in school. I got a scholarship to a private school when I was 11 years old, which I thought was going to be a good thing. It ended up being a horrific thing because I got bullied so badly. And during that time, I just thought that I would never amount to anything because, quite frankly, that's what people told me. They told me I would never be anything, that I was ugly, that I was poor, that I was stupid, and all of these different things. And so I left at 16 and got a job for £35 a week as an apprentice. I then clawed my way up a corporate ladder until I was like 35. But I was in debt the whole time because I could never quite make ends meet. Paycheck to paycheck. Lots of us are paycheck to paycheck. And then at 35 years old, I accidentally got pregnant with twins while going through a divorce. So suddenly things got tough and I was suddenly raising twins on my own and went back to my job. I'd done quite well by this point. I had climbed my way into Canary Wharf in London working as a risk analyst in an investment bank. So I was learning a lot about business while I was there, but big businesses. Anyway, I had the twins and then realized there was no way I could go back to work because I had to go in at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what it's like in trading, and you kind of leave at like 10 o'clock at night, and I never saw the kids. And so I decided to get a job near my house. And it was just a normal like 9 to 5 job, but I had to go right back to where I started as an office junior admin assistant. Going from a nice £60,000 a month to £20,000 with 2 more mouths to feed. Things got tough and I got into quite a lot of debt. And so I started to think, well, what else can I do while I'm here? Maybe I'll start a business. And so that's what I did. Just to pay off debt, I started a wedding planning business. And I didn't know anything about business. I made every mistake you could possibly make in business. It was called Carmela Weddings. It still is. And then while I was doing that business, I got a new boyfriend. And at the end of the year, he said, let's see if you can leave your 9 to 5 to spend more time with the kids. And we worked out that I'd had 13 full planning weddings and I'd earned £1.15 an hour because I really didn't understand about business. I was now 35 to £36,000 in debt and didn't really know what to do. So I was like, okay, you either need to quit and just live hand to mouth and be in poverty, be in debt, like generations that have come before you. Like my whole family has always been debt. Their family was in debt. You know, it's generational debt. And so I thought, well, I either do that or I change things and I start learning about business. And so I decided that I was going to go all in and learn everything I could about business. I did everything you can imagine, went to the library, bought all the books about business and about self-development. I went to every free webinar like this one and I just learned. And I managed to turn that business around to make the same amount of money as I was working in Canary Wharf, around 60,000 a year. And so I was then able to pay a little bit of my debt off. But I realized that I had kind of given myself a job where I was never going to see the kids because I had to work every weekend on weddings. But after 2 or 3 years, people started asking me, what did you do? Like, how can I make my business make as much money as you have? And so I started to tell them from all the things that I had read. And I found that I had a knack for just telling people what to do in a very step-by-step way and making business easy. And they started to make a lot more money. And so after 3 years of doing this for free, I realized that actually this is what I'm good at. And so I gave away my wedding business to somebody that otherwise would not have been able to afford to start a business. She's still running it now. She's amazing. And I started doing this full time 8 years ago. Lisa Johnson's Strategy was born. And in that first year of business in Lisa Johnson's Strategy, I made £220,000. This was more money than I'd ever seen in my whole life. It was unbelievable to me that I could make this money while working from home. But everyone was telling me I was success. Like this is what success looks like. I did not feel successful at all. I was waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was doing one-to-ones with people until about 11 o'clock at night. I was burned out. I didn't see how I could ever earn more than 220,000 because I was literally just like trading my time for money. Someone would give me money, I would help them with their business, they would make more money, and then I'd do it all over again. People were like handing me notes and saying, please work with me. And I was saying, I can't, I don't have any time to, there are only so many hours in the day. And then I heard someone talking about passive income. And I was like, this doesn't sound like it can be real. I'm going to look into it just to check. And I ended up spending half of that money that I'd earned into learning about every type of passive income. So I learned cryptocurrency, drop shipping, memberships, courses, apps, so many things you wouldn't believe. And some of them I got rid of, and some of them I decided to put into my business. And what happened was astounding. In the first year, I was working around 80 hours every single week, and I was earning 220,000. By the end of year 2, I was working 30 hours a month, and I was earning over $1 million in profit. And that's when I realized that's what I need to teach people to do, because people need more time. And so suddenly I was in Forbes, I was everywhere. Because I've learned how to help people. So you are going to hear me talk about money a lot. If you've been in the challenge, you will see me talk about money a lot there. And I talk about money because I want people to see what's possible. When I started, I looked up to find somebody who had come from the background that I had come from, who was making millions, and I couldn't see anyone. And so I always vowed that I will talk about money when I get there so that people see what's possible, because I care about people. And that's what's important to me. So over the last 6 years after that, I ended up making 20 million just by doing the same thing, teaching people the things that I knew and helping them teach people the things that they knew, which were completely different to the things I knew, whether it was potty training, whether it was hula hooping, whether it was floristry, whatever it was, I taught them how to make money from that knowledge online. And I've had a Sunday Times best-selling book called Make Money Online because of that. I've had a #1 podcast, which knocked off Stephen Bartlett for a while in the UK business charts. And my life has drastically changed. And I want more people's lives to drastically change. So that's my little bit of story. And hopefully you're realizing that it really doesn't matter where you've come from. It matters where you go. The podcast was called Making Money Online. It's stopped now. I just really want to show people that you don't have to be anything special. So this is for you if you're working really hard at the moment, but you're not making the money you want to make. Or maybe you are in business already and you're making some money, but you've hit an income ceiling. Maybe you just don't have enough time to do any more things and you're exhausted. If you take time off or you get ill, you don't get paid. So many people, whatever you do, whether you're a website designer, a PT, whatever you do, if you get paid by time, by the hour, then you can't get ill because you stop getting paid. You can't have holidays because you stop getting paid. And that's a ridiculous way to live. Maybe your relationships are suffering because you're working too much. Maybe you've followed so much online advice and bought programs on how to do things, but they just haven't worked for you. I get lots of people come to me after they've tried everything else. They've tried all the cheaper programs and then they come to me and they do it properly. Or maybe your business or your 9-to-5 job just isn't making you enough money and you need something else on the side. Are you in any of these categories? Let me know in the chat. Because then I'll know I'm talking to the right people, which is what we want. We don't want to be talking to people who have everything already sorted out, because that would be kind of pointless. All right, let's get going then. I'm just going to close the chat again. So making money online ethically is important. Integrity is important, but it's easier than ever to do it ethically in 2025. Here's why ethics is important to me. There are loads of ways to make money online. Loads. There are crypto scams you can get into, pyramid schemes that you could sell, fake affiliate marketing schemes that are everywhere right now, faceless account scams, and pushy, sleazy sales. You can choose one of those, or I can show you a way that allows you to sleep at night. That's your choice, because I don't think it's right that we all get scammed by these things. I have as well, no judgment. I've done things that were pyramid schemes and I didn't realize, but we don't need to do that. We can do things in an ethical way. So there are many types of business models. Maybe you've had some of these, or maybe you've been in some of these. There's the one-to-one offline model. So that's when you have a business offline. Maybe you help train dogs. Maybe you help people to get their babies to sleep better. There's all these different things. Then there's the one-to-one online model. So that's people that work online with people to tell them or teach them how to do something. There are groups, workshops, courses, memberships, subscription boxes, masterminds, and there are also things called high ticket. So I'm going to tell you what has worked for me, because I've tried everything. And 4 main things brought me in that 20 million. And later on in this presentation, I'm going to break it down and show you exactly how I made that money, because no one ever showed me. And I think it's really important, if you're going to talk about money, to show people how you did it. And no one I kept asking people, can you show me where that 20 million was come from? And no one would show me. So I am going to show you. So high ticket for cash injection. So I do one-to-ones and very rarely for cash injection money. Then a main signature course or program. Mine is called One-to-Many, and I'm going to tell you about it at the end of this webinar. A recurring revenue engine that brings you money every single month without you having to do very much. That's why I've got a membership. And an evergreen system. So I have an accelerator called Simply to Scale that is evergreen. Now, evergreen means that people can buy it all the time. It's not just open for a week. People can buy it all the time. So they're the things that has worked for me. And this is a mixed model with passive or semi-passive income streams at the core of it. And that's what's changed my life, this passive and semi-passive income streams. It's also changed the life of hundreds of my clients by giving them back their time. People tell me every single day that I've changed their life. I don't think there has been a day where someone hasn't said it to me for at least 4 years. So what is passive income? Let's talk about it. Passive income basically means not trading time for money. You create an asset, and an asset can be anything, that you can sell over and over and over again, so that you're not having to recreate something continuously. The easiest way to understand passive income is this. Let's say you have a spare bedroom in your house. You've already bought the house. It's your house. And you've got a spare bedroom, and you decorate the spare bedroom. You paint it in a nice color, and you buy some wardrobes for it. And you then advertise it on your local newspaper. That's you creating the asset, making the bedroom, and marketing the asset, putting it in the newspaper. Then you get a tenant, and that tenant comes and lives in there, and they pay you every single month, and you're not doing anything because you've already created the asset. That's what passive income is. So you create something and you sell it over and over and over again. Basically, it's just not trading time for money. It's making money every day, even when you aren't working. You should be able to wake up and more money be in your bank account while you've been asleep. Every single night for the last 6 years, I have woken up to more money in my bank account than when I went to sleep, because it shouldn't be about using your time. But I'm going to be honest with you about something, because people say passive income means you don't have to do anything. Soz, that's not true. I wish it was true. And if you find something where I really don't have to do anything, then you can teach me it. But actually, you do have to work really hard in the first year. It's not passive at the beginning because you have to create the asset. You have to learn how to do things like grow an audience. You have to learn how to launch. You have to create the thing. So it's not passive in the first year, I'd say. Sometimes it's less than that for some people, but I always say give it a year, because you're creating something that you can then make passive in year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or me, 8. Then it becomes passive. But no, you can't lay on a beach and money will just rain down from you on the sky. I wish it was that easy, but I'm afraid it's not. Is anyone disappointed now? Did anyone think I was going to tell them, like, you just have to sit there and do nothing? I've found that people really do not mind working really hard if they know they're going to get a reward at the end of it. People don't mind working hard, as long as they don't have to work hard forever. I don't want people to work hard forever. Okay. So it's about working smarter, not harder. Whose parents told them, like mine did, the more you work, the harder you work, the more money you will make? Because my parents told me that, and it was a lie. I work the least amount now. All the hands are going up. I work the least amount now, and I make more money than I've ever made. I make about between £4 and £5 million every year. And I don't work anywhere near as hard as when I worked in like a normal job, 9 to 5 job. It's about working smarter. That's the way to do it. So what's the difference between passive and semi-passive income? The easiest way for me to teach you this is to tell you about a course I had called Fabulous Foundations. Maybe some of you guys have taken that course before. So I had this course when I started, and the first time I did it, it was 10 modules. So I recorded them all on Zoom, and then I just put them in a folder, and people that bought it from me got that course. So I'd wake up the next morning and someone would have bought it and gone and done it. I wouldn't have anything to do with it. You know, I've recorded it already. And so that was very passive, completely passive, really, because I didn't have to do anything. But I started to feel slightly uncomfortable that I didn't know. I'd only just put that course out there and loads of people were buying it. And I was like, I don't know if they're enjoying it, if they've got questions. And so I decided instead to take it away. Everything was already written. The PowerPoint slides already written. The workbooks were already written. And so what I decided to do instead is over that 10 weeks, I came on and I delivered it live, just like I'm talking to you now. So that meant 10 hours of my time. That's not completely passive. But here's why it's semi-passive. I was leveraging my time. For that 10 hours, I made around about £350,000. Now, if I was teaching that to one person, I would probably make £2,000. But because I was teaching it to many at the same time, it's still semi-passive, but it still means you're leveraging your time. So you might decide to do passive, or you might decide to do semi-passive, and that's something that's up to you. I now have passive income streams and semi-passive income streams. So here are just a few types of passive income streams that exist. Property. Property can be really passive if you get other people to do a lot of the work for you. Bitcoin. If anybody bought Bitcoin a long time ago, they've made passive income by now, if they haven't sold it because they got scared. Passive incomes can be ebooks, putting things out there that you write once. In fact, the very first time I bought a passive income product was somebody who created a book that was how to get around Disneyland with 2 under 2s. And I bought that because I don't know if you've ever been, but it's like a military operation. And I was like, I need someone to tell me what to do. I bought that and I spoke to the person who had made that. And she was making between 20 and 30,000 every single month with something she wrote 4 years ago. It's this little tiny ebook by putting it in different groups. So that is kind of what sparked this for me. Also things like courses, memberships, workshops, drop shipping. Drop shipping is where you have a website that sells things, but you never get the things. Someone buys it, manufacturer gets it to the customer, you're just the middleman. Templates, checklists that you can sell, things that people can use over and over again. There's loads of different types of passive income streams that you can have. But I found the simplest way and the quickest way to make semi-passive income and passive income is to realize that your knowledge is not common knowledge. People want to buy it. So if they're going to want to buy what you know, and if anyone has ever said to you, can I just pick your brains? Can I tell you have a coffee and just pick your brains about something? That means you have something to sell. That means you know something, because you don't have to be the person that knows the most. You have to be a couple of steps up with this knowledge than someone else that wants it. So instead of teaching one-to-one, you teach one to many people at the same time. And it's the easiest way. And this doesn't have to be a business thing. It can be. Like mine is a business thing. I teach people how to make more money, but not everybody's is. I've had clients that do so many different things, from hula hooping, dating, sex, Caribbean cooking, how to save money, interior design, potty training, like how to get divorced amicably. It can be a life experience thing. It doesn't have to be something to do with business. Now, I have lots of people that do business things too. How to use Instagram or LinkedIn, how to sell properly, how to do a customer journey, how to use AI. If you know any of those things, they're in demand too. But it doesn't have to be. It could be anything. It could be I saw last week, I was telling everyone in my challenge, I saw a subscription box for people that have chickens. I was like, I wonder what's in that. Like, what a random thing. But it's making a lot of money. I tell everybody about the lady that I worked with that was a relatively older lady, and she used to knit. And so what she used to do is she used to put a knitting pattern into a Facebook group. People would pay to be in that Facebook group. So all these other people that wanted to learn how to knit, you might think they were all old, but they weren't. Seems that lots of people want to knit now, all ages. So they would go and make the thing for £5 a month. And then they would all go in there in the Facebook group and show their scarf or whatever it is that they had made. That woman was making around 40,000 a month because so many people were into knitting. Honestly, I can't tell you how many things there are. And if you have a membership, you don't even have to be the expert. You can bring other people in to teach in a membership. You're just the curator of the experts. I had this one client once, David, he was brilliant. And he was the leading expert on ferrets. David had never owned a ferret. Somebody had bet him that he couldn't make money from a topic he didn't know about. So what he decided to do is read up on everything ferrets and start a membership and a whole book. He had books, he had like a shop and everything on ferrets. And he became the leading expert. He made loads of money out of ferrets. He didn't even ever have a ferret. So you don't even have to be the expert. If you do a course, you kind of do. But if you do something like a membership, you can get other people to come in and teach it. So you really can do it on everything, and you all have something. And what you might be thinking is, well, I don't actually, because everyone knows what I know. I guarantee you, your knowledge is not common knowledge. In my program, One to Many, we spend the first module working out what your idea is, and people's ideas blow my mind. You will have seen on the success stories, if you're in the challenge, the kind of strange things that people have done and made money from. Like, well, I think we've got an interview coming up soon with Roz, who did cut flowers and made $500,000 from teaching people how to, grow cut flowers in an allotment or on a farm. Like, amazing things that you would never think, oh, people want to know this online, but I promise you they do. So these are the two things that stop people just like you making passive income. First, they think it's already been done. I've seen someone do that before. All right, it's already been done. The good thing about that is there's a market for it. You know that people want it. Everything's already been done. Everything. It's okay because people will buy from you because you're you. No one wakes up one morning and goes, I really want to be a hairdresser, but I can't because somebody's already a hairdresser. It makes no sense. People go to the hairdresser they like. I always talk about Brick Lane. In London, there is a road called Brick Lane, which has about 50 Indian restaurants on it. They are all doing really well because they're all a little bit different. People buy from people. So it doesn't matter if it's been done before. In fact, if it hasn't been done before, I'll reconsider. The second thing is that I'm not the guru. I'm not the expert on this. You probably are. I've bought things from people that have done things once, like go to Disneyland with 2 under 2s, like have managed to potty train their twins in 5 days. They've done it, and therefore I'm buying something from them to learn how to do it myself. It doesn't matter. what it is. There will be somebody that wants your knowledge. I've seen people do really niche, random things, and they've worked really well. So digital courses and memberships are a multi-billion-pound industry, which you can easily become a part of. And it's not saturated. People think it's saturated because they're in it. And so they see a lot of it, but it isn't. We're at the beginning of it. It's going to grow hugely. So let me show you how me and thousands of my clients have done it. Now, if you did my challenge this week, this is going to start making a lot of sense to you now because you've already done some of the things. First of all, we have a check-in. Are you still with me? Does this all make sense? I will answer your questions at the end, but leave them for the end. Good. It's making sense. That's what I need to know, because if you're sitting there going, what is she talking about? Then we've got a problem. Yeah, you see that. Good. Good, good, good. Let's continue then. All right. So I realized I was doing the same thing when I was teaching my clients and when I was doing it myself to make passive income, to do the same thing over and over again. So I decided to trademark a system for creating it so that I could explain it more easily to people what they would need to do. I'm going to tell you now the 5 steps that you need. It's called the cash system to make passive income. You only need to do 5 things. First thing, the C stands for client. Just like in every other business in the world, you need to understand who your ideal client is. Now, when we talk about this, you might have an ideal client for a business you've already got, but your passive income client might be completely different. So you need to do this work again and work out who your ideal client is. I don't want you to think, oh, I want a membership, I want a course, I want a group program or a workshop. I want you to think, who do I want to help? Because when you know who you want to help, they will help you create it, whatever it is that they want. So work out everything about that ideal client. So it might be that you want to help somebody who is a bit like you 5 years ago. It might be that you want to help somebody that has been through an experience that you've already been through. Just know who you want to help first. The A in the cash system is audience. Once you've kind of worked out who you want to help, then you need to grow an audience of those people and put them somewhere. And now you can put them in all different places, but you need to grow an audience. And how I teach people to grow an audience is with a multi-layered visibility strategy and also with a funnel. Now, we talked a bit about funnels in the challenge this week, but having a funnel that gets your perfect ideal client in is genius because it works for years. I had the same freebie lead magnet, same funnel for 2 years when I first started, and it brought all of my audience in. Now, how you grow an audience changes every single year, but basically you're doing the same thing, getting people to come into something, talking to them so that they can see that you know your stuff, and then selling them something. You might notice I've been doing that with you guys this week with a challenge and a masterclass. It's all about getting the right audience. And the first time you do something, you can ask your audience. You can say, right, I've got this great audience now. What is it that you want me to teach you? And they'll tell you, and then you can do it. And that means they'll definitely buy. It's great to co-create. The next part is the structure and the systems. This is the bit no one likes. This is the bit that involves a little bit of tech. So people often say to me, I can't do any of this because I hate tech. The problem is that things have got easier and easier every year because these systems have been made for people who don't know anything about tech to use. So they're really much easier to use now. But in my program, One to Many, we do it with you because we kind of give it to you with some templates because we know that bit can be tricky. We even pay for the system that you'll need to use for a few months to get you going. So working out the system you're going to use to grow your audience and to launch things and to put your videos or put your workbooks or whatever you're going to do, you need a system for it. And the other part of that is the structure. It's how you want to teach. How do you want to teach the thing you know to the people that want to know it? I really like doing video like this, but not everyone does. Some people like just using workbooks. Some people like doing audio. Some people just like sending emails with the information on. So you have to choose what's right for you. And the next part is selling. Selling is really important because you can do all of this and then not make any money from it because you haven't sold properly. Selling online is called launching. It's what I'm doing to you right now. And launching is a 6 to 12 week process. So many people come to me and they say, oh, I built this really good course, like you said, and I launched it and no one bought it. And I'll say, how did you launch it? And they'll say something like, I sent an email and I did a social media post. That's why it didn't sell, because that's not what launching is. Launching is a whole strategy. Most people at the moment who I see not failing, but not doing as well as they could in the online industry are either not growing their audience properly or they're not launching. It's one of those two things. They're not launching properly. And launching, you can launch evergreen as well. Evergreen is just as important so that people can buy things all the time. There's 2 ways to do it, launching or evergreen, but you need to do them with a proper strategy. The last part of the cash system is about keeping clients happy, because I already told you the first time that you do any kind of passive income is not passive. You're learning how to grow an audience. You are creating the course or the membership or whatever it is that you want to do, the subscription box. You are learning how to launch. It's not passive. It will become passive the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, but it will only become passive if your clients get the results that you are promising them. The reason that my program has been able to do this over and over again and always get people in it without using Facebook ads until the last couple of years, we didn't use any advertising, is because people got results and they shout about it. And that's what you want to do. The way to keep clients happy is to go the extra mile. So for instance, in the one-to-many program, when we first did it, we realized that people were getting stuck at about module 2, which has got a little bit of tech in it. We were telling them to create this funnel. And I asked them why they were getting stuck. Because if people don't finish a course, they won't implement, they won't get results. And we needed them to finish the course. So we asked them why they weren't. And they were saying, because it's really hard. The tech is just not natural to us. So we gave them a funnel. We gave them a bespoke funnel. And then they got through it. And then we found that they were getting through it and then they were stopping again, like at module 8. So I was like, what's going on? Like, we gave you the funnel, what do you need? And they were like, well, you know, motivation drops when you've been doing something for a while, life gets in the way. So we then started to do accountability pods. We now call them accountability calls. And that made them get to the end and get the results. You have to make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can. You can't force them to do things, but you do everything you can to give them the best possible chance of being able to put things into action and get results, whatever it is you're selling. And that's the cash system. And if you do those 5 things, you will make money, like 100%. Behind the scenes, look, I told you I was going to show you behind the scenes of my business. I am, because I do what I promise. So this was a couple of years ago now. And I just want to break down for you how I made this 4.1 million that year. So I had courses, which were medium to high cost. That took me about 8 hours delivery a month on average. And I think of it as done with you, a course. It's not like I haven't done anything for them, but they're not left on their own. It was courses that I was doing live like this. And we made 2.7 million from putting out one course. Evergreen and low tickets are things people could buy all the time that were like 29 or 49 pounds, low cost. It didn't take me any months of delivery, any hours of delivery, because they could just buy it and go and do it, a bit like I did with Fabulous Foundations. That was do it yourself. And we made 74,000. I had a membership, low cost, about 35 pounds a month. That would take me about 4 hours on average, because I do like to pop into the membership and tell them what's going on. We have other people in there. So we always had people coming in to teach things once a month. So that's kind of do it yourself. And that made me 450,000. I had a mastermind. This was high ticket. This was about 20,000 then. And that would take me the most amount of time. So I spent about 12 hours a month with my mastermind, because we'd do things like in-person days. That was very much done with you. and that made me just over 500,000. And then affiliate income, where I would sell to my audience, because if you grow an audience, you can sell lots of different things to them. So I'd sell other people's programs that I've enjoyed to them, usually at low cost. That would take me no time. It would be a couple of emails, and I made 100,000. And then I did a couple of one-to-ones. I don't do a lot of one-to-ones. Obviously, when I do a one-to-one, it's expensive. It's £30,000. And so I made 96,000. So I made 4.1 million with 32 hours delivery time a month. That's less than 1.5 hours a day. All the rest of the time was just on marketing. So that's kind of, you can see there how it's broken down. I'd love to know what your profit, that's a good thing to ask. Profit goes up and down. So you need revenue, then you can move your profit around, but you can't move your profit around if you've got no revenue. So I think it's really, really important that you think about how much time do you spend on marketing? Not very much, because once you've done all these things once, you're just using the same things over and over again, the same way to launch. I've done this presentation every year for the past 7 years. I just tweak it a bit every year. But you need to have a real understanding of knowing how you're going to do these things, how you're going to launch, how you're going to put things out there. And yeah, I was talking to you about the profit. The profit is high because you don't have premises. You don't have loads of staff. I only still now have 10 staff, and they're all my friends and family. But that's the way that you could do it. For the first 3 years, I just had me and a tech VA for a few hours a month. That was it. And I was making well over 1 million then. So you don't have to have loads and loads of staff, but I just wanted to show you how it can be done. Let me move your lovely faces out the way. Okay. So how did we scale our online business last year when so many other big gurus out there in the industry took a massive revenue hit? I shall tell you how. By predicting audience and launching trends. We know what's working right now. We know because I have eyes over hundreds and hundreds of launches every year because I have so many clients who are launching. What worked 10 years ago or even 2 years ago no longer has the same effect. Audiences get smarter. They understand what you're doing. They want more from you. They want something new. And so we change things and we see what works. Now, I am in a really lucky position where I can see what works because I say to my clients, try this, try this, try this. And the big things that work, we can then tell everybody to do. So if you've been listening to somebody that was teaching how to launch, for example, or grow an audience 15 years ago, and they haven't changed their course, it's a waste of time because most of the big gurus out there haven't bothered changing anything. The problem with that is people are listening to them, and that's why their launches aren't working. And that annoys me because we should be able to evolve what we're doing for the market. And that's what I learned when I was in Canary Wharf as a risk analyst. You evolve, you see what the trends are, and we can now predict the trends. And we've been predicting it every year for 7 years. So what's working right now? For those of you already in business who watch this every year, I know that lots of my peers and competitors watch this. I love that. I want to help every single person, whether they're a competitor or not. The things that we're seeing working right now with lead magnets, paid low ticket is working better than free. Segmentation quizzes are working better than anything else out there right now because you get the exact right client in. So it's not just about getting clients in, you have to get the right client. With launches, the things that are working the best right now are challenges, sprints, and mini webinars instead of really long 90-minute to 2-hour webinars. So you can take that and do with it what you will. I wanted to show you, before I talk about how I can help you do this, I want to show you a selection of people who made passive income or semi-passive income after doing my one-to-many program. Now, they made it in completely different ways, which is why I wanted to show you. Not all were teaching anything to do with business. Less than 50% of them were coaches or consultants of some kind. A large amount that do one-to-many have no business before they started, and a large amount of these had no business. Just to show you a few of them, I'll pick out some. So Hannah made 300,000. That's probably a lot more than that by now. She helps mums get their kids to sleep. That's what she does. So people do really different things. Lauren there, who made 6 million after working with me, she has two different things, or three now, a theatre membership, which made money during COVID when all of the theatres were closed, like crazy. She also had an elf business, which sounds fun. She helps people with subscription boxes. She has a subscription box, all sorts of things. Let me show you some more. Who might you know here? Abby has a publishing company. You've probably met her if you've been in the challenge this week. Danny helps people speak on stages. Tina is very spiritual, helps people with unlocking their spirituality. Caroline over there in the corner, she made 3 million. She's probably made more than that now. A lot of these big names that you know, that you've seen out there, they started with me. Now they've gone on to do lots of other things. So Caroline helps people who have been in narcissistic relationships, like trauma. Who else have we got here? We've got Natalie. Natalie's a photographer. She helps people do group shots. Great, isn't it? Rich is a tutor. So he was a teacher. He's now a tutor, and he helps people who are tutors. Who else we got? Nikki. Nikki was somebody that worked as a physio, and she decided to teach people about that online. Nicola worked in PR. She was a journalist. Now she helps people. She made 400,000 helping people with the knowledge that she knows about journalism, about like getting PR. Charlie has done lots of different things. She now helps people with sales, has made 2.4 million. Roz did cut flowers. Maddie helps people with TikTok, and also she used to help people saving money. Heidi helps people who have children that are neurodivergent. So, you know, there's a lot of different things and a lot of different amounts of money, because people have made money in lots of different ways. These are just a selection. We've had hundreds and hundreds of people make money with one-to-many. I also wanted to tell you who the challenge winners were. So if you were on the challenge, the winners of the challenge of the Mulberry wallet is Victoria McFarlane. All you need to do, by the way, is email support@lisajohnson.com and tell us that you won this if you're Victoria. The winner of the Fortnum Mason hamper was Jenny Harris. The winner of Hotel Chocolate was Sarah Allen. And we have one more winner here. Don't worry, I'll give out some more prizes at the end. But the community champion, this person we saw helping everybody else and really cheerleading them. All of the spaces I have are about collaboration, not competition, but we really mean it. And so we want people to always help each other. And Renee Marie Young was so helpful. We saw her helping so many people. So you, Renee, are going to get a mystery prize. So I also want you to email me and let us know. So who wants to hear a bit about one-to-many? Good. I'm going to tell you a little bit about one-to-many, because lots of you have been asking me about it this week. All right. So this is for you if you feel stuck where you are, without enough time to do the things you really love or spend time with the people you want to be with, stuck financially, not bringing in the money you want to, and you feel like you've tried everything, or it just seems to be other people make these big changes to their lives and succeed, and you feel like, when's it my turn? This is for you. So you can choose your path. What most people do is do nothing, if we're honest about it, and they hope things will somehow magically change in their lives, or they keep trying to figure it out on their own and they waste time, or they follow the thousands that have done it already without reinventing the wheel. I have a proven track record over and over again that my system works. I've helped so many people shortcut to either business or a side hustle that makes them consistent money. And you've already seen that if you've been in the challenge or if you've been on my page. You'll see hundreds of testimonials. I can show you what's working now as I launch every year. There's no reason that this won't work for you. Just so that you know that it's not just a course like everybody else's. It has got CPD certification. This means that we had to get it accredited. It was looked at by invigilators to see if it was good enough to have their stamp on it. It did, and it got 80 hours of accreditation, which is pretty much the most you can get for a program like this. So there is a little exam at the end of one-to-many. You don't have to take it, but if you do get a CPD accredited certificate. So what will you learn? In module 1, we talk about your big idea. It all starts with this. You might not know what your idea is yet, or you might know, but we look at what's worked before, what your idea could be. And if you don't think you know what it is, everyone always works out what their idea is eventually. So if you have knowledge others want, you can sell it. Module 2 is all about growing your audience. So we talk about how to find your audience quickly, how to put together a sales funnel. You'll find it's a numbers game, how to start bringing in money quickly using tripwires. Module 3 is about creating your first lead magnet. We show you step by step how to do it on Canva. Module 4 is about using your bonus funnel that we're going to give you to make it really easy. That's the tech bit. Module 5 is about growing your audience organically. This is all the multi-layered visibility ways to grow your audience. So we'll talk all the different ways if you don't want to use Facebook ads. Module 6, if you want to use Facebook ads, we also teach you how to do that as well if you want to speed things up a bit. Not everyone does. Module 7 is about planning out your course or membership or subscription box. So it's time to look at what will go into it. We'll show you the different formats, the transformations, how to do bonuses, all of the things. Module 8, we talk about how to write your sales page. So we help you design it. We tell you where you need to put things, what needs to go into it, talk about the tech needed, some tips I've made along the way that make all the difference. Module 9 is the launching module. This one has changed even from last year. That's how much things change quickly in this industry. It's one of the most important sessions. It's often overlooked, but we will be discussing your launch strategy. We even give you a checklist to check off all the things you need to do to make sure you know you're launching well. We'll cover how to sell, how to use affiliates, all the different things. Module 10 is not for you if you're a beginner. You will skip this one. You get lifetime access, but you will skip it till further down the line. It's about metrics and conversion rates. So looking at the numbers that you need when you're planning your launch. We then have a break so that you can implement. If we have a bonus session, we usually bring it in then. Module 11 is all about retention and remarketing, because you don't want to just do something once. You want to make money from it over and over and over again. So we teach you how to do that. Module 12 is just a Q&A with me and some other people that have made money from doing exactly what you will have done, so that you can ask any questions. So what's included in one-to-many? Orientation, so you get the best out of it. 12 weeks of live training by me and my team. An implementation week, a supportive Facebook group, a mindset coach who you've met, Renee, throughout, a tech expert throughout so that you can't get stuck anymore on tech. We have extra tech SOS calls as well if you do get stuck. But you know me, I love a bonus. So I'm giving you some bonuses as well. Bonus 1 is worth hundreds. It's a templated funnel. So this is Kerry. Kerry is a good friend of mine. She has a platform called Funnel Sketchers, which is a brilliant CRM system all in one. You'll be given the funnel ready for you to input your branding and content. And we show you exactly how to do this as well. And we pay for you to use it for 3 months. So there's no excuses to start growing your audience. And after the 3 months, if you want to carry on using Funnel Sketchers, it starts from £9 a month. So we've chosen the most cost affordable way for you to do it. So that's the bonus that we're giving you. We're also going to give you another bonus because we understand that when you're growing an audience, some of you might want to make money straight away while they're growing their audience. So our sales expert, Charlie Day, she's done one-to-many herself. She will be sharing her sales expertise in her Make Money Now Masterclass. She's going to be doing that live this year so you can get on with making money while you're growing your audience. We also have another bonus for you. A one-to-many passive income planner. So this is a downloadable planner that will just help you on your journey. It includes all the key dates, tips, advice to grow your audience. And this is available to all. All of these are available to everybody that buys. We also have a one-to-many roadmap. This is a step-by-step interactive checklist of the process so you can tick things off as you're going along and you know how near you are to making passive income. New for this year, for everybody, is accountability calls. So We're going to do regular accountability calls with small groups of people on Zoom to keep you on track and check your progress. It's also where you're going to make your best business friends, because we can see that people need that. Another one that's new, bonus 6 this year, we are going to be bringing in Kim Rain. She's going to help you if you are neurodivergent to really make this course work for you. She's going to be doing a masterclass at the start of your journey and then Q&A support further on so that you can make it work for you. We know you need extra support, and Kim is brilliant at this. So for those of you that pay in full, because there is a payment plan that I'm going to tell you about, but if you pay in full, you get an extra little bonus of Lisa's Locker. This is worth thousands. For every purchase that's paid in full, I've curated gifts that are usually paid for from my favorite online people. They could be courses, ebooks, workshops, templates from people like Nick Pigeon, Selena Sue, Julie Reisler. There's many more in there as well. And the one that everyone seems to want, if you buy One-to-Many within the first 24 hours, so by this time tomorrow night, you will also get my feedback, my personal feedback on your big idea. You will get a document to fill out all questions that we give you. You send it back to me. I'll tell you whether it's good or not, and I'll be completely honest. And if I have a better idea for you, because you're going to give me some information, I'm going to tell you what to do. So only people that buy in the first 24 hours can get this feedback, because we can only do so many. So we're going to give you another bonus worth over 3,000. This one is to help you with One-to-Many. It's called One-to-Many University. I don't believe any system works if it's too cookie cutter. If I just tell you all to do the same thing, it won't work, because some of you have got different strengths. We're all different. So this year you have access to 14 extra weeks of optional live trainings after the main module. So you have to do all the main modules, but then you can dip in to some other modules like investing, getting into corporates, using Instagram, how to get PR. Now, one of them that is new for this year that is going to be brilliant is how writing a book can help your business, how I got my Sunday Times bestseller. That's going to be with Abigail Horn, who is the owner of Authors & Co. Publishers. Subscription boxes. Lots of you want to do subscription boxes this year. So we're going to have Lauren come in to teach you about how to sell subscription boxes using my One-to-Many method. We've got a new one, which is AI, getting into peak health for your business, because health is important. And I don't want you to be really busy doing all these things and not look after your health. Making sure your business is inclusive and diverse. We've got a spirituality module for those of you that are spiritual. We've got TikTok for those of you that want to use TikTok for audience growth. We have all the things for you this year so that you cannot fail. Some questions I get asked: what if I can't make the live trainings? What if I'm busy right now, but I want to do it later? What if I need to go back over everything? You get lifetime access to all aspects of this release of the course. Doesn't matter if you're not a coach. Doesn't matter if you don't help people make money. Doesn't matter if you don't have a business. We're going to create your business as you go through. So it's for you if you want to cut down the hours that you work, but still want to earn the money. It's really for you if you like step by step and implement as you go along. And if your business or 9 to 5 isn't making you the money you want, here's who it's not for. If you are looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, this is not it. You will be working like for, I always say to people, assume you're not going to make money for the first year. You might. We have had people make money in the first month. We've had people make lots of money in the first 3 months, but I'd rather you think to yourself, this isn't going to be a quick thing. I'm going to put the effort in, and then I'm going to have a sustainable long-term business that will make me money over and over again, because I'm going to do it properly. It's not for you if you're not willing to put the time in. And if you only ever want to work one-to-one or done for you, it's probably not for you, because we teach you a lot about how to work with, more than one at a time. So lots of you have been asking me the investment. So just to remind you what the investment includes: all the modules, including live trainings, checklists and workbooks, implementation bonus sessions, a tech expert on hand, mindset coach plus neurodivergent support, private Facebook group for 6 months, a done for you sales funnel, accountability calls. If you buy within the first 24 hours, you get my feedback. Pay in full bonus is Lisa's locker. And then the other bonuses that everyone gets is the live masterclass from Charlie about how to make money now, the one-to-many planner, the one-to-many roadmap, one-to-many university, and of course, the actual done-for-you sales funnel. So the investment is 12 monthly payments of 197 if you want to pay over 12. If you want to pay over 6 months, you can. It's 367. And I know that some of you like to pay in full for things and get it done, is 1997. I just want to tell you about a couple of people. Because there's so many people that have made money from this that I like to tell you about them all. So you can see, like, if it can work for these people, it can work for me. This is Dusty. Dusty was able to take her existing one-to-one business model to teaching one-to-many and made 250,000 in 18 months. She was worried that she would dilute what she already did, but actually all it did was increase her impact. And impact was really important to Dusty. This is Mel. She was a completely new starter. She had not had a business before. So she was on maternity leave from her job as a solicitor. So one-to-many gave her the toolkit to do other things. She now runs a talent management agency and coaching business, and her turnover this year is projected to be 1.5 million. She's already made a huge sum of money and is doing better and better all the time. So it doesn't matter if you have a business like Dusty or you are a completely new starter, we can still help you. I want you to remember, your knowledge is not common knowledge. Okay, I'm going to answer your questions, but if you want to book on, all you need to do is go to otm2025.com. I'm sure somebody will put that link in at any time. I'm going to stop sharing though, because I want to answer some of your questions, as I promised. Okay, I'm just going to randomly do them. When do the doors close? The doors close a week today at, I believe it's midnight. It might be 10 p.m., but it's next Monday. Is there a way of selling online without becoming a slave to social media? Yes. Social media is not the way we do things. You will have seen that if you did the challenge this week. Social media is just one way. A multi-layered visibility strategy does not have to use social media. Your email list is where everything is at, and I'll show you how to grow that. Does this include NLP or hypnotism to not keep on procrastinating? No, but it does include accountability. What is the price for alumni? People that have done it before have already been sent an email. If you have done it before and you have not been sent an email, just write to support@lisajohnson.com, say that you're alumni, and they'll let you know. Would one-to-many still help if you already created an online course? Yes, because I'll teach you the launching bit, or it may be you just don't have the right audience, and I'll teach you how to get the right audience. Is this accomplishable for someone younger with less experience? Age doesn't matter. We've had people that are 16, we've had people that are 70. And it doesn't matter on your experience level because we teach it from scratch. When are the live sessions and how long are they? They are on Tuesday evenings. They start in a couple of weeks. They're Tuesday evenings this year. And they are usually around an hour, but I stay on for an extra half an hour to answer everybody's questions. But you don't have to stay for that bit if you don't want to. Starts on the 25th of March with the orientation. How many hours a week realistically do you need to commit to? It doesn't matter. So when I made passive income, I was working in my wedding planning business, my 9-to-5 job, and I had 4-year-old twins. So I could only do, like, literally, I was working from 7 till 8 in the morning. I'd sometimes do my lunch hour, and then I'd do like 7 till 9 p.m. in the evenings. So it will be slower. The more amount of hours you've got, the quicker it will be. But you could do something if you're in a 9-to-5 where you just spend a couple of hours, 2 to 5 hours a week, and it will get you there slowly, but it will still get you there. How long is the support for? 6 months. So the main course is 12 weeks. Then there's one-to-many university if you want to do it. It's included, so you may as well pick and choose some options. But we're in there for the whole 6 months. If you have no ideas, it doesn't matter because that's what module 1 is. Let me see if there's some questions that haven't been done.
I've got one, Lisa.
Yeah, go for it.
One came through earlier. I wonder how teachers and tutors could create passive income.
They do all sorts of things. It depends what they're a tutor or a teacher in. But there's so many people that have done so many different things if you're a tutor. So, for instance, you might set up, I had a client that did an online hub and charged for people that were home educating to come and learn. So there's all different things you can do. Does a membership usually mean a Facebook group? No, a Facebook, you can't actually have a membership on a Facebook group. You have to have more than that. Otherwise, Facebook shuts you down. But we teach you all that. I have a crazy summer of events coming up and won't have time. When does it start? How much time a week do you need? You get lifetime access. So it doesn't really matter. The only thing you have to do, not even that, doesn't matter because you get the funnel anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you can start it whenever you want to start it because you get lifetime access. Yes, it's a business expense. So every single person that already has a business puts it through as a business expense. If you're in a 9 to 5, you might be able to get it because it's CPD accredited. So your company might pay for it too. Can different elements of your passive income have different ideal clients? Yes, but I'd rather you try to have one because it will work much better. I'll be back when I can afford it. Absolutely. If you can't afford it, don't come in. Like, I'm not here to get people into debt. Yes, VAT is included in the price. We run it once a year at the moment. We are considering doing a US only launch at the end of the year, but we're not sure yet. No, we don't teach people to publish the course through platforms like Udemy or any of that because you don't get hardly any of the money from it. We teach you how to grow your own audience to sell it to them. Yes, it can work for a physical product, especially if you can turn it into a subscription or if you can add something to the product that helps people. Do we get updates if we bought it last year? No, you get lifetime access to the one you have. It doesn't matter if you're a network marketer. We've got lots of network marketers that come in. It helps with the audience build and the launch. If I pay in full, yeah, so if you are coming in through someone else, that's not really anything to do with us. But if you come in through somebody else, you'll get all of our bonuses. And if they're offering you something, you will also get theirs. The live sessions are at 8 p.m. There's not an option to just buy small modules. And the reason for that is this course should be between 5,000 and 10,000. And we've kept it for the whole time it's been on sale for the last 5 years. We haven't put the price up. So it should have gone up each year and we haven't. So we've kept it really affordable for people. So we can't really break it down into smaller bits. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're going to do it. It doesn't matter what country. We've had people do things in Greece. We've had people that do things in the Philippines. It doesn't matter. It still works. No, we don't gift the course. We do have a scholarship, but people have been already asking for that all year. So we choose somebody that has been following from the year before. Have you ever had anyone do a course based on their military experience? There's somebody right now doing that, yes. Do you need to be a fast worker to get the best out of it? No, but you need to be consistent. Don't do an hour and then forget about it for 3 months. Just be consistent doing a little bit at a time. It's in the evening, yeah. Yes, you can. You can offer course fees against tax with a limited company. Yeah, if you're an alumni, just write to us, support@lisajohnson.com. If you don't have an email list, we're going to teach you how to have an email list. Everyone starts from scratch. I'm going to be launching a procrastination course. Love that. You don't need the idea before you start. You will get it in module 1. Yeah, we share new strategies as we go along. I'm just seeing if there's any questions that haven't been answered because a lot of the questions are the same. If you are doing it from somewhere else, you're all right if you're in Canada or the US. That's why we do it at 8 p.m. But if you're somewhere else in the world, just watch it on replay like the next day. It's still possible to complete it, even if you've got other things. Like I have lots of people that are juggling many things, but that's why they need this, so they can make passive income and have more time. If you're already self-employed, then you start making money doing this new idea. Does it cause problems? No? No, that's a good thing. Yes, you still get the personal review from me. However you sign up. You don't need to register yet with data protection. We'll tell you when you do, and we'll tell you how to do it. A lot of these are the same.
Couple here, Lisa.
Yeah, do you want to?
Is access to the Facebook group continuous or just through during the live weeks of the program?
It's longer than the live weeks of the program. It's for 6 months.
And can you have more than one idea for a business startup?
You can, but we're going to choose in module 1 what it is, and then we're just going to have that idea moving forward just while we do it to practice on. Yeah, all the bonuses are available for all the payment plans. It's not just for pay in full. The only bonus that isn't available is the pay in full bonus of Lisa's Locker. What do you find are people's biggest points of failures when doing the course? Love that you've asked that question. So we find it's the consistency. So they're really excited about it and they start doing it. And then if things get hard, they don't dare ask a question. And so they stop. If you are somebody that will ask questions, that will go all in with things and go, do you know what? This is my time. You'll get to the end and you won't fail. The only failure is when people say to me, well, I don't think that's the best way to do it. Like I've been doing it for so long, like I know the best way to do it. But sometimes people want to do things their own way and they go and try it and it doesn't work. But we can only tell people what to do. How much extra do you need to invest monthly for software subscriptions? The only amount that you will need to do afterwards is if you want to keep funnel sketches, which starts at £9 a month. Everything else you can do for free, and we show you all the different ways. Would you help make a decision on what to do online? Yes, if you buy in the first 24 hours, because you can put that on your feedback sheet and I'll give you it. Mindfulness for single parents would be amazing. It doesn't matter if you're not available on a Tuesday evening, just catch up the next morning. You'll be in a Facebook group with us all anyway. What goes in a membership? How is it different to a course and to a mastermind? So a course is normally 6 to 12 week linear program. So you do things in the order. A membership is more of a community, a group of people that are all on the same journey. And it doesn't need to be linear. People can normally come in a membership whenever and just join in. So I have a membership and we have different topics each month that people can join in with, but one-to-many is linear. So it's like, do this, then this, then this, then this. The sales page is there if you missed any of the price or anything like that. And if you're in the Race to Recurring Revenue group, we're going to have more success stories for you over the coming week. We've already had, I think, 12 in there, but we're going to have more. Your idea will never be too niche, but yeah, ask me on the feedback form, but it won't be. Are we able to see what's included in the CRM? Everything is. If you go to funnel sketches, you'll be able to see what's included. It's got everything that you can imagine. So places to put opt-ins, sales pages, memberships, courses. You can send your emails out from there. It's a whole all-in-one. How big is the group? I can only tell you how big it was last year. So last year, the year before, it was around 1,200. But it's crazy in the group for about the first 2 weeks. And then everyone calms down and they ask questions on the particular thread so that me and all of the coaches can go and answer the questions, all of your tech coaches and mindset coaches. So it feels like a lot for the first week and then it won't feel like a lot. Yes, you get a VAT receipt if you need one. Alumni get all the bonuses apart from the funnel because you should already have it. I don't feel I'm knowledgeable about anything, so it would be a waste. if you are thinking like that, it will be a waste. But you know something. How would it work if I'm in business with a partner? Yeah, just one of you sign up. If one of you sign up, you don't need both of you to sign up. And then, just tell the other one what's happening. Yeah, how long to complete the full course? You'll have all of the information within 12 weeks that you need to make passive income. If you want extra information, it will be within 24 weeks. But you won't do things in real time. Like growing an audience takes time. So you'll have the knowledge and you'll be doing it, but I'm going to teach you all the rest of the stuff while you're doing it. Yeah, you can pay a lump sum later on if you start on a payment plan, but it's a little bit more expensive if you pay on a payment plan, just because we often have people that we have to chase because their card doesn't work and that kind of thing. And some people even stop paying and we have to do the whole go to court thing, which we really don't like doing. But because of that, we have to add on an admin fee for people that do payment plans now. Yeah, it will definitely work for people supporting people with dementia. Yeah. I'm so pleased you've learned a lot. If you can't attend the sessions, you just watch it on replay when it works for you. About half the people watch live, about half the people watch when it suits them. And then you just use the Facebook group for any questions you have. Is there ever a big networking event where we all meet one another? There is a chance for about 50 of you, you'll see on the sales page, to buy our graduation kind of event at the end. We usually only have about 50 that want to go, so we've made those tickets available. It's a little bit extra price to come to it, but yeah, there is. And also, honestly, people meet people all the time. So someone will say, hey, I'm in London next week. Does anyone want to meet up? People make friends in there. Yeah, I'm not like, if you're like, I can't afford it, maybe I should get a loan, don't do it for that. Like, save up, do it next year. I'm worried about copyright infringement on memberships courses, as there are very similar products available already. You just make sure you're not copying them and then you'll be fine. It doesn't matter that they're similar out there. Nothing's new. As long as you're not literally copying them, like, don't even look at them. Just do your own thing and the way you want to do it. Yeah, you can always watch it on catch up. Yep, you can use it to make multiple courses. But what I want you to do is do one, get it making money, then go back and do it again. That's why we give you lifetime access, because people use it 3 or 4 times. Okay. It sounds like most of these, if you're lacking in confidence, we help you. That's why we have Renee, your mindset coach. She will help you with that. Yeah, we teach you about like the social media and all of that kind of stuff. I think we're all good. There's a lot in there, but they seem to be more like the same questions. If you do have questions, then what I would like you to do is in the Race to Recurring Revenue group, ask in there and we'll be able to answer you all week. And if you have questions that you just want to email us, it's support@lisajohnson.com and we can answer you there as well. Okay. Unless there's anything, Karen, that you've seen that is like must answer, I think a lot are the same. Yes, the sessions were recorded.
No, I've been going through the Q&As and responding to those while you've been talking. So I think we've covered the main, but as you say, we can carry on in the group.
Yes, we do help with building an email list. All right. I will let you go then, but I hope it's been useful, whether you come into One-to-Many this year or not. I hope that you've learned something. I hope that it's all made sense to you and that you've enjoyed it and that you enjoyed the challenge if you're in there. Let me give a couple more £25 giveaways away. So this one is just going to be £25 in cash that we will put straight into your PayPal account. And it is to Stephanie Miller, because it's the first person's name I've just seen. Let's give another one away. Zoe Knight, who has curtain making or upholstery business background. You have also got a £25 Amazon voucher. All right, I'm going to let you go. I've really enjoyed the last week, and I've really enjoyed just teaching you. This is like my absolute passion. I love doing it. And I can't wait to spend the next 6 months with some of you and really see what you can do here. But thanks for joining me this evening. And I will see you all either in Water Money or in the challenge group for the next few days. See you later.